The next exercise 5.7. You will see the next exercise 5.7 by using the logarithmic concept. So that will be very easy. Question number 1, it is given x power sin x. So you cannot differentiate. Derivative is given only when the power of the variable is a number, that is whole number, decimal form, negative numbers are allowed. When the power of the variable is again variable, then we don't have direct formula to differentiate. Clear? So we don't have formula for differentiation of the variable x. Again that variable has power as the same variable. So we don't have a derivatives formula when the variable has power in terms of the variable x or y. Clear? So if I am considering this y is equal to x power x, then you cannot differentiate whatever the format. See, y is dependent on the variable x. Clear? So when the variable is in the power, when the base is variable, the power of the base is also that another one variable or same variable, we don't have any formula to differentiate. So how do you differentiate? We have the technique. You know how to remove the powers. So when you remove the powers, we have some conditions to remove the powers in algebraic expression by using the technique logarithm. So that's what we learned about the logarithm. By using the logarithmic concept, you can bring down the power, whatever it is there in the power, you can bring easily as a multiplier. That is the basic rule, logarithmic power rule. Clear? So what is the logarithmic power rule? A power m is equal to m into log a. So this is the formula to find out, the formula to take the power as a multiplier. That is called the power rule. So I am going to use this technique to take the power as a multiplier. Why I need to take the power to the as a multiplier? Because the power is also in terms of what? X. We don't have a formula. We don't have a such derivatives formula in these type of problems. So to take the power as a multiplier, I can use only the logarithmic format. So I am taking log on both sides. Log y is equal to log x to the power sin x. You become multiplier. So sin x into log x. Here log y. Now you started to differentiate. So 1 by log x, differentiation of log x is 1 by x. Use the formula. Clear? So use this formula, in the place of x it is given y. So 1 by y, then you differentiate y with respect to x is equal to UV method. Differentiate sin x, cos x. Keep the log x as it is. Clear? Plus sin x, keep the sin x as it is, then log x will be 1 by x, that is sin x by x. So dy by dx is equal to cos x of log x plus sin x by x into y. So cos x log x plus sin x by x. What is y? We consider y as x power sin x. That's all. Just simply you take log on both sides to bring the power as a multiplier. Then you started to differentiate. You will get answer. Very simple concept. You can use this technique even for the previous exercise also. Wherever you see the power, if you want to reduce the power or if you want to express the product form into addition form, you can use logarithm. That is log AB, it can be written as log A plus log B. Log A by B is log A minus log B. So you can use these two formula also to make the given question simple form and started to differentiate, you will get answer. Clear? So here I am using the power rule because power is in variable x. So there is no different derivatives formula when the power is in x. Therefore I am using that logarithmic power rule. Then I started to differentiate by using UV method or U by V method, depends upon the question. Clear? Now the question number 2 and 3, you can follow the same method. Tan x differentiation is secant square x. Differentiation of tan x is secant square x. This you have to refer the formula. Clear? Because there in the question number 3 we have tan x, that's why I am writing differentiation of tan x is secant square x. So use that formula, you will get answer. Now we will go to the sum number 4, 2 and 3 homework. The same one, same concept you can use for sum number 2 and 3 homework. You can do it at home. Now we will go to the sum number 4. Sum number 4. What is sum number 4? I straight away take y is equal to square root of x minus 1, x minus 2 over x minus 3 ax square plus x plus 1 overall square root. So this is very complicated one. So to make this one is the simple form, you can use a logarithmic concept. Clear? So the square root replaced by what? 1 by 2. So I am taking y is equal to x minus 1 x minus 2 by x minus 3 x square plus x plus 1 whole to the power 1 by 2. Now I am taking log on both sides. Log y is equal to, when I take log on both sides, log x minus 1 x minus 2 by x minus 3 x square plus x plus 1 power 1 by 2. First I am applying the power rule 1 by 2. Then this is in the form of what? Just now I wrote log a by b format. Log a, this is b. You consider this is a and this is b. Log a by b. What is the formula to find log a by b? Log a by b is equal to log a minus log b. Clear? So I am applying that formula. Log a, that is x minus 1, x minus 2 minus log b, log x minus 3 x square plus x plus 1. Clear? So log a by b formula, that is log a minus log b. Close the bracket. Again this is log ab formula. What is log ab formula? Log ab is equal to log a plus log b. So log ab, you can realize that is 1 by 2 log x minus 1 plus log x minus 2. Again you see log ab. Again you have to use log a plus log b, but you have minus sign. So minus log x minus 3 minus log x square plus x plus 1. So I am applying the first power rule, then division of logarithm rule, then product rule. I got answer. See, now I bring this complicated one into the simple form by using logarithmic concept. First a power rule, next you have to apply the division rule, that is log a by b. Log a by b will be log a minus log b. Again I got some product form under the logarithm, therefore I am using log ab formula, log a plus log b. So I am expanding this one. Now you started to differentiate dy by dx, that is log y. Log y is 1 by y, dy by dx. So 1 by y, dy by dx is equal to 1 by 2, log means 1 by x, so 1 by x minus 1, 1 by x minus 2, minus 1 by x minus 3, minus 1 by x square plus x plus 1. You know, once you differentiate log, then you have to differentiate inside the bracket. That's what I said. In the case of ratio, logarithmic form, exponential form, first you differentiate that logarithm. If it is logarithmic form, if it is exponential, you have to differentiate first exponential. If it is a ratio, you have to differentiate first ratio, then you will go to the inside the bracket. Here I am log is 1 by x minus 1, differentiation of the inside the bracket, x will become 1, so into 1 will come. Clear? Into 1, here also into 1, there into 1. But here 1 by, I differentiate first log. First you differentiate the logarithmic format 1 by, then you differentiate inside the bracket 2x plus 1 because differentiation of x square is 2x, differentiation of x is 1. Clear? Close the bracket. Now, after that, just you have to, no need to simplify, just you have to write as it is, dy by dx is equal to y bracket, that is y by 2, 1 by x minus 1 plus 1 by x minus 2 minus 1 by x minus 3 minus 2x plus 1 by x square plus x plus 1. Clear? Close the bracket. After that, you have to replace this y by the given question. X minus 1, x minus 2 by x minus 3, x square plus x plus 1. Clear? Then square root, we have 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 of 1 by x minus 1 by 1 by x minus 2 minus 1 by x minus 3 minus 2x plus 1 by x square plus x plus 1. So you have to express. So how you take first power rule, then division rule, then multiplication rule, then you started to simplify, you will get answer. This is your required answer. Now sum number 2. Clear? So very simple when you apply the logarithm. Be careful in the left side. So don't forget that you will different log y, differentiation of log y is 1 by y, dy by dx. Sometimes you may forget to write log in the left side. If you write only dy by dx, then you will get wrong answer. Be careful. Clear? So sum number 2. Sum number 2, it is given x power m, y power n is equal to x plus y power m plus n. You are asked to show that dy by dx is equal to y by x. So you are asked to prove that result. If it is not given the result, that will be very easy for you to write on the answer. But you have to show that answer is y by x. So again I have power, so I am taking log on both sides, x power m, y power n, log x plus y whole to the power m plus 1 based on the rule. Log x power log y power n, this is power rule, log x plus y. Clear? Again power rule, m log x plus n log y is equal to m plus n log x plus y. So just you have to take log on both. Here is product rule, then power rule. There only the power rule, we don't have any log, the factor format, it is given term. So there is no formula to express log a plus b formula. We have only log ab formula. Now differentiate 1 by x, 1 by y, dy by dx, because we are differentiating y with respect to x variable. There is no need to use EV method because we don't have any x and y. So keep m plus n as constant, log y, that is 1 by x plus y into inside the bracket. I told you already, you have to differentiate logarithm first, then you will differentiate inside the bracket. For logarithm 1 by x, in the place of x what is given? X plus y. Whereas when you differentiate inside the bracket, x will become 1, y will become dy by dx. Clear? So m plus n by x plus y, that is 1 plus dy by dx. Here m by x, n by y, dy by dx. Now you have to take the dy by dx to the left side, other term to the right hand side, for which you have to multiply m plus n by x plus y inside the bracket. So I am keeping n by y in the left side, dy by dx. When I multiply this into the inside the bracket, I got m plus n by x plus y dy by dx. When I am transferred to the left side, it becomes minus m plus n by x plus y into dy by dx is equal to m plus n by x plus y plus will become minus m by x. Clear? Now you take dy by dx the common factor. So dy by dx is the common factor of these two. So remainder is n by y minus m plus n by x plus y is equal to, just you have to go for the cross multiplication, you will get m plus n minus m x minus m y, here x by x plus y into x, cross multiply. So you have to multiply with what? X. In the left side, you have to apply the cross multiplication, that is mx plus ny minus mx minus my by xy. That's all. So now dy by dx, apply the cross multiplication of the same way. What is that? Nx plus ny minus my minus ny by x into, so here also will come only the same, y into x plus y. Here x into x plus the left side x plus y into y, close the bracket, is equal to the right side. See, somewhere I made mistakes, check it up. Here I made mistakes. What will come here? X. The right side will have x, the left side we have y. This simplification is here. The right side simplification is there on the right hand side. Again, what are the terms get cancelled? These two get eliminated. So ny minus my by x into x plus y. So clear. Now what about this side numerator? These two get eliminated. So dy by dx nx minus my by x plus y into y is equal to ny minus my by x into x plus y. These two get eliminated. So now you started to simplify. Just you have to take, this is nx my, this ny my. See that again, see that mistakes, my ny. Nx my ny, this get cancelled, nx minus my. Here ny. What about the left side? ny minus mx. Check mx, nx. It is not y. So be careful of while you are doing that multiplications properly. Now you can start to simplify, you will get answer. Just you have to try, you transfer the terms to the right side, left side, you will get answer. Straight away these two eliminated, you will get dy by dx 1 by y is equal to 1 by x, which implies dy by dx is equal to y by x. Hence the proof. So when you are doing that cross multiplications, be ensure that you see here even I got some little confused. Be careful while go for the cross multiplication, multiply properly. and do the calculations. Clear? So this is the first step. After that, the simplification of this one, we'll go to this part, and the simplification of the right side I gave because there is no place, that's what I am writing here like this. So don't confuse. Then simplification of this dy by dx is equal to this part. Now you can simplify, you will get required answer. First you have to take logarithm, then you have to apply log AB format, then power rule, then you started to simplify, differentiate and bring the dy by dx to the left side, then started to do some basic algebraic concept, you will get required answer. Now we will go to the sum number, exercise number 5.8. That is also very simple. Only thing you have to memorize the formula. See, you have so many formulas in derivatives for ratios, but they are using oftenly only sine, cos, tan, secant x. Clear? Only this first three ratios should be repeated for all the questions. Now the exercise number 5.8, that is find dy by dx of the following functions. So question number 1, x is equal to ct and y is equal to c by t. This is called the parametric equations, parametric functions. So you have to differentiate, find dy by dx, that is very important. So this x is given one parametric function in terms of t, y is given in terms of the parametric parameters in terms of t. So these are called parametric function. So parametric function is used to make our calculation very simple part in coordinate geometry. Clear that the pure mathematics boys study more depth now over this concept. Why we need to use the parametric functions? Parametric function is used to get easily the derivatives. That's all. It's a simple method. Easily you can find the solution for the given problem by using the parametric function. Clear? That is the only thing. So no need, nothing is there new. So this concept used mainly to find the solution for derivatives whatever the curve is given. Simply you can find out if you go for direct derivatives. Clear? This is a simple method to get dy by dx. So now I am differentiating this x. Differentiate x. X is depends on which variable? T variable. Don't write dy by dx because here the function x, the variable x is depends on that variable t. So differentiate x with respect to t, c. T will become 1. So dy by dt, when variable in the denominator, you know the multiply the power with the numerator c, then change the sign, add 1 to the power. Now I need dy by dx. Clear? So dy by dt by dx by dt. If you divide these two get cancelled, you will get dy by dx, that is minus c by t square by c. Minus c by t square into c. C get cancelled, you will get minus 1 by t square. So this is the required answer for dy by dx. Then you have to see the next one. We will check the answer. It is given only in terms of t, doesn't matter. Sometimes you may have answer in terms of x, you have to replace t. Clear? So dy by dx is equal to minus 1 by t square. Question number 2. This is very simple. So x is equal to log t and y is equal to sin t. So again you have to differentiate x with respect to t, don't write y because we are differentiating x function with respect to t variable. Log t is 1 by t according to the formula, log x is 1 by x. So therefore log t is 1 by t. Then dy by dt, sin x is cos x, but in the place of x what is given? T. So dy by dx is equal to, straight away you can write dy, that is cos t by 1 by t, which will give you t into cos t. Clear? Denominator by denominator goes to the numerator. So this is for explanation I did like this, but you can write straight away after finding these two answer. Dy by dx is equal to. Clear? Now sum number, the third subdivision of the same Roman number is very simple. X is equal to a cos q theta. Normally x is stands for only cos theta, y is always stands for Sin theta, because x is called adjacent, that is x-axis, y is called opposite side, that is y-axis. That's what I am considering the parametric equation x is in terms of cos, y is terms of sin theta. Dx by d theta, because theta is that variable. First you have to bring the power, then reduce 1 in the power, then you have to differentiate cos, cos will become minus sin theta. Clear? So you will get minus 3a cos square theta sin theta. Similarly, you have to differentiate y with respect to theta. As usual, 3a sin square theta, sin theta will become, differentiation of sin theta is cos theta. So straight away find out the answer, dy by dx is equal to 3a sin square theta cos theta by minus 3a cos square theta sin theta. 3a get cancelled, sin theta will 1 eliminated, so you will get sin by cos, that is minus tan theta. That is will required answers. Now sum number 4 you taken as homework. I will give only the little. This is sum number 3. The fourth one I will give little. The derivatives you find the final answer at home. Y is equal to a 1 minus cos theta. So dx by d theta, a theta is 1, sin theta will become cos theta. Then dy by d theta, a, this will become 0, cos theta will become minus sin theta, that is minus into minus plus sin theta. Differentiation of cos theta is minus sin theta, so this minus minus get cancelled, that is plus sin theta. Now you can find out dy by dx is equal to a sin theta by a 1 minus cos theta. A get cancelled, sin theta by 1 minus cos theta. Your answer may not be in this format. Let me check. If the answer is not in that particular format, then you have to apply the trigonometrical ratio. I am giving the hints. This you can use sin 2 theta format. This you can use 2 sin square theta. So based on this concept, we did one problem in chapter number 4. Just you have to recollect the chapter number 4 concept. You have to, this is not sin 2 theta, it is, if sin 2 theta is how much? 2 sin theta cos theta. If it is 2 theta, you have half of 2 is what? 1. But what is given here? 1 theta, so what will come there? 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Similarly, it will come 2 sin square theta by 2. Based on that concept, just you have to replace the numerator by 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Denominator should be replaced by 2 sin square theta by 2. You just cancel, you will get required answer. See, this is very simple. See, by giving the hints like this, I would have complete the problem. But I need you have to work out the problems by using this concept. Clear? This is for sin 2 theta, but you cannot use sin 2 directly. This model, if it is 2 theta, you will get half of theta. If it is 1 theta, you will get theta by 2, theta by 2. Here will come theta by 2. Just you have to replace numerator by 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2, denominator 2 sin square theta by 2, get cancel, you will get required answer. That you have to do it at home. Clear? Now, 2, we have only one problem left in the exercise. Sum number 2, that is also very simple. Differentiate sin cube x with respect to cos cube x. So you take this is u is equal to sin cube x, differentiate du by dx, 3 sin square x cos x. This just like, then you take this is v is equal to cos cube x. So dv by dx, because v is function of x, here u is the function of x. So differentiate 3 cos square x minus sin x. Clear? So dv by du is equal to, just you have to differentiate. So du by dx, you are differentiating only this one. So du by dv is equal to 3 sin square x cos x by minus 3 cos square x sin x. Simplify, you will get minus, what is that? Sin by cos, tan x. Clear? Then third sum, this is sum number 2, third one, again differentiate sin square x with respect to x square. With respect to x square. So you take u is equal to sin square x, then v is equal to x square. Differentiate du by dx, 2 sin x power, then sin x will become cos x. Dy by dx, 2x. As usual, what will be the answer for du by dv? This is sin 2x, 2 sin x cos x by 2x. So this is nothing but what? 2 sin theta cos theta. Just now I gave formula, that is sin 2x by 2x. This is the required answer. Very simple. You take this as u with respect as v, differentiate, substitute, and you will get answer. So the remaining problems we will see. Then we will go to the sum number, exercise number 5.9. That is also very simple. We will see that. After that we will see the remaining problems in next class. Only two, exercise number 5.8 and 5.9. Now the exercise number 5.9 consisting of all the exercise right from 5.5 onwards. Exercise number 5.9. Question number 1, we have y is equal to e power 3x plus 2. You are asked to find out what is y2. What is meant by y2? y1 stands for first order. Clear. y2 stands for second order. So you differentiate, find first order, that is dy by dx. If you differentiate this answer one more time, that is called what? Second order. Second order denoted by d square y by dx square or y2. So y1, I am using, instead of dy by dx, I am using y1. What is meant by y1? First order. First time you are differentiating. That is e power x is always e power x. Then you know you have to differentiate the power. 3x will become 3, constant will be 0. So 3 e power 3x plus 2. So some of the boys, they may multiply that power with this, that power with the multiplier. That is not correct answer. You don't multiply, that is not allowed. Clear? So 3 into e power 3x plus 2, that is y1. Now I have to find out y2. Second order. Again 3 is constant. E power x is always e power x. Then you differentiate 3 plus 0, that is 3. 3 3s are how much? 9. So 9 e power 3x plus 2. This is your required answer. Similarly for the sum number 2, y is equal to log x plus a power x. So a power x derivatives. So already we studied how to find out derivatives of a power x. Use that, you will find answer. Then we will go to the third sum, x is equal, this is homework. We have formula in the derivatives, first exercise itself. I explained how to derivatives e power x, a power x. So refer it and do it. X is equal to a cos theta. Why I am taking x is equal to a cos theta? Because x is always adjacent side. In trigonometry, and sine will be always vertical line. So now you have to find out, like previous problem, that is a minus a sin theta, that is minus sin theta, dy by d theta is equal to a cos theta. Now you have to find out y1, that is dy by dx. So a cos theta by minus a sin theta, a get cancelled, that is will get minus cot theta. The problem will comes now, y2. What is meant by y2? Second order. You differentiate this function with respect to which variable? X variable. But what is given there? Theta. So what is the formula for cot theta? Cot theta derivatives is, you have to refer the formula page. So cot theta is given minus cosecant square theta, minus cosecant square theta. Already we have minus. Minus will become plus. I differentiate only cot. Differentiation of cot is cosecant square x minus cosecant square x, minus minus will get eliminated. Now you want to differentiate inside the bracket, that is dt by d theta with respect to dx. That's what I did the before I started this chapter, exercise number 5.5, I explained very clearly how do you get dx by dx, how do you get dy by dx. When you differentiate first ratio, differentiation of ratio is cosecant square theta, then you have to differentiate inside that ratio, that is theta, t theta by x. So you have to take d theta by dx here. Just you take reciprocal, you will get cosecant square theta into d theta by dx. Take reciprocal, you will get minus 1 by a sin theta. What is 1 by sin theta? You know very well, that is y2 is equal to cosecant square theta minus 1 sin theta. 1 by sin theta is nothing but what? Cosecant square, cosecant theta. 1 by sin theta is cosecant theta. Therefore, minus cosecant cube theta. X square into x like x cube. Therefore, cosecant square theta into cosecant theta, cosecant cube theta by a. So, this is your required answer. 1 minus 1 by a cosecant cube theta. Boys, be careful, you are differentiating the theta with respect to x variable. That's what I made d theta by dx. We found already dx by d theta. Just to take reciprocal of dx by d theta, you will get d theta by dx. Just to substitute, simplify, you will get answer. The remaining problems we will see in the next class, boys. Thank you. We will continue the sum number 2, that is y is equal to 500 e power 7x plus 600 e power minus 7x. So you are asked to prove that y2 minus 49y is equal to 0. That is y1. To find y2, that is second order, you have to find out first order. y1, 500 exponential form, e power x is e power x into differentiation of power is 7 plus 600 e power minus 7x into minus 7. So you take 7 as a common factor, that is 7 of 7 into 500 e power 7x minus 600 into minus 7 e power minus 7x. Again you have to find out y2, second order, 7 into 500 into e power x, again you differentiate, 7x will become 7 minus 600 into minus 7 e power minus 7x is minus 7x into minus 7, differentiation of minus 7x is minus 7. So now 7 sevens are 49, 7 sevens are 49. You take 49 outside, so remainder 500 e power 7x minus into minus plus 600 e power minus 7x. So 49, this will become the given question y. So y2 minus 49y is equal to 0. That's what you have to prove. So we proved the result. Just you have to differentiate. y1 stands for first order. You know in logarithm, ratio, exponential, first you have to differentiate the exponential format and started to proceed, you will get answer. The next question, question number 3. So this is very simple exercise. You will get 5 mark questions. Surely from this exercise, including the examples, you please go through the exercise properly. Exercise sum number 3, that is y is equal to 2 plus log x. 2 plus log x. You are asked to show that x y2 plus y1 is equal to 0. So as usual, first you have to find y1, that is first order, 0 plus 1 by x. Just cross multiply, x1 is equal to 1. Now you can apply UV method. Differentiate x, y1 will become y2, y1, then so x y2, then y1 into 1 is equal to 0. Hence the proof, x y2 plus y1 is equal to 0. Just you have to apply UV method. X, y1 become y2, then keep y1 as it is, the differentiation of x is 1. So answer is gets over. Now sum number 4. So very simple, sum number 4. So sum number 4 is y is equal to a cos mx plus b sin mx is equal to y2 plus m square y is equal to 0. So first order, y1 is equal to a cos x will become minus sin mx, differentiation of mx is m, plus b sin x is cos x, that is cos mx, differentiation of mx is m. So just you have to write minus am sin mx plus bm cos mx. Again you have to find out y2. Minus am sin mx is cos mx. Again differentiation of mx is m. Minus bm cos x is minus, so I am writing minus over here, sin mx into the differentiation of mx is m. So minus am square cos mx minus bm square sin mx. So what is the common factor of these two? M square is a common factor of both the terms. So m square minus a cos mx minus, you take minus also. So plus b sin mx. So this is nothing but what? Y. A cos mx plus b sin x is nothing but y. That is minus m square y, y2 plus m square y is equal to 0. Hence the proof. So just very simple. Then we will go to the sum number 5. Just you simplify, you will get answer. Simple calculations. First order, second order, then use the question, you will get answer. The sum number 5, y is equal to x of square root of 1 plus x square whole to the power m. You are asked to prove that 1 plus x square y2 plus x1 minus m square y is equal to 0. So as usual y1. First you have to differentiate the power, that is the basic rule in derivatives. M of x plus square root of 1 plus x square, reduce 1 in the power, then you have to differentiate inside the bracket 1 plus root x differentiation is what? 1 by 2 root x, that is the formula. Root x differentiation is 1 by 2 root x, apply that formula 1 by 2 square root of 1 plus x square, then you have to differentiate inside the bracket, you will get only 2x, 2 to get cancelled. Clear? Now m x plus square root of 1 plus x square m minus 1, take cross multiplication, you will get square root of 1 plus x square plus 1 into x, x over square root of 1 plus x square, close the bracket. Clear? So now m by square root of 1 plus x square, you see x plus square root of 1 plus x square, there also x plus square root of 1 plus x square. So when the bases are same, x was square root of 1 plus x square, square root of 1 plus x square. Only terms are misplaced, that is interchanged. There is no changes in the sign. So when the bases are same, you can add the power minus 1, this plus 1. This minus 1 and plus 1 get cancel when the bases are same. For example, a power minus 1 into a power 1. Bases are same. When you add the power, m minus 1 plus will become 0. So based on the concept, here the bases are same. When I am adding the powers m minus 1 plus 1, m, that is x plus square root of 1 plus x square whole to the power m. So that is m by square root of 1 plus x square y power, this is nothing but what? Y. X plus square root of 1 plus x square is m, y, that is I am replacing y. Then I am cross multiplying y1 square root of 1 plus x square is equal to my. I like to remove the square root because there is no square root in for 1 plus x square in the proved condition. Therefore, squaring on both sides, you will get y1 square 1 plus x square is equal to m square y square. Now you have to differentiate by using UV method. You have to apply UV method, that is 2y1. First you have to take power, then differentiation of y1 is y2. Be careful. According to the derivatives condition, first you have to differentiate power. Bring the power as a multiplier, then reduce 1 in the power. Then you have to differentiate the variable y1. y1 will become y2. What is maybe y2? Second order, d square y by dx square. Then keep the second factor as it is, plus. Then y1 square, differentiation of 1 is 0. Then differentiation of x square is 2x is equal to m square is constant 2y. 2y, but when you differentiate y, will become y1. Clear? Now, you see what are the common factor in all the two terms to the left side, one term the right side. 2y1 is common. 2y1. y1 square, 2, 1 will get cancelled, 2y is get cancelled. So what is the remainder? y2, 1 plus x square plus 1 y1 will be remain, that is xy1 minus m square y. When you transfer m square y to the left side, become minus m square y. That is the required answer. So very simple. Only thing you have to use some little bit IQ. You take the denominator to the left side, squaring on both sides to remove the square root. What is the reason to remove the square root? In the proved condition, we don't have square root symbol, therefore you have to remove it. Then you can apply the UV method. Then you cancel the common terms, which will give you the result. What we read, you will get that answer. Clear? Just very simple. This model, we have so many problems in that examples. So you have to go through the examples and some miscellaneous problem also, you will get answer. So this model they will ask during the exam time. Now question number 6. The last problem that is in that exercise. So portion for the cycle test is chapter number 4 and 5. You go through it. If there is any doubt in anywhere, including the example, please call me over the phone. I will clear your doubts. So 6th sum, that is the last one. Y is equal to sine of log x. You are asked to prove that x square y2 plus x y1 plus y is equal to 0. So you have to show that result. As usual, y1 sine x. You know already, when you differentiate, you have to differentiate only ratio first. Sine will become cos. In the place of x, it is given log x. Then differentiate inside the bracket 1 by x. So your answer is cos log x by x. Cross multiply, x y1 is equal to cos log x. Clear? And again, you have to apply UV method. x1, keep y1 as it is. Then x y1 become y2. Cos x is minus sine log x. Then differentiation of log x is 1 by x, that is x. Cross multiply, x y1, x into x, x square, y2 minus, this is replaced by the given question, that is minus y. Take minus y to the left side, x y1 plus x square y2 plus y is equal to 0. You can rewrite x square y2 plus x y1 plus y is equal to 0. Clear? That's all answer. Just you go for the normal derivatives and use the given question as it is in some stage, you will get answer. Clear? So this is end of the chapter number 5. Please you go through the chapter number 5 properly and get ready for the cyclic test. And very important, if there is any doubt regarding your problems, including the examples, if you are not able to catch up some points in that particular problems, please call me. I will help you. Still some of the boys are not sending the notes. I told you very clearly, if you are not able to send the notes, at least you take green shot of the first page and put it in the group. That is for attendance. Clear? I notice Dilip Arjun is just telecast my videos itself in the group. That is very wrong. So if you are not unable to write down the fair note, that will check in the reopening days. At least you take the first page of the the board. You take first green shot of the first page and send to me. Put it in the group. That is for attendance purpose. Clear? Thank you, boys.